So in the competitive business world, having a plan is crucial. It's really good to have a 5-year plan so we can see those long-term goals and work back to what do you need to be doing today, tomorrow, next week and next year. Stay tuned so we can show you how to get those plans in place. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jenny Morgan from ActionCOACH UK, and today we're diving into one of the secrets for success in the business world, and that's business planning. The importance of having a plan, how it helps to look at the longer term with the plan, and really giving you those top steps so you can build your own plan and get out there and get acting on it to achieve what you want. So achieving what you want is a crucial part in what we're saying when we want a business plan. And actually it's a piece people often miss. So often they'll go, I need a 5-year business plan. And here's a pile of headings off the internet that I'm going to fill in. And we start there. Actually, we start from the process of what is it you want as a person? Because your business is there to drive the life that you want. So what we actually need to think about at the start of a 5-year business plan is what do you want personally? What are the things you want to do, the places you want to go to, the roles you want to have in life? Who do you want to spend your time with? How much time do you want to have available to spend with them? What hobbies do you want to take up? And how much are all those things going to cost you in terms of time and money? And that's really fundamental, because when you build your business plan, what we want to do then is build a business plan that delivers what you've just said you wanted. So in 5 years' time, you want to be able to have £1 million in the bank to do all these things with, and you want to work 2 days a week, then we've got to build a business plan that's going to deliver enough profit you can get £1 million in the bank while still living your life and everything else, and at the same time it's going to enable you to work 2 days a week. Those requirements are really different than if what you want is to earn £100,000 a year and work 5 days a week. Nothing wrong with either of them, but if you don't know which one you want, the plan's really hard to write. And if you write the plan for the wrong one, then you're going to be driving towards something you're not sure you want. So our start point is, what do you need personally? And actually it's really worth investing a bit of time and energy into creating a list. Do some brainstorming, mull it over a few weeks, when you're driving places in the car, when you see a nice car on the road and you think, I wish I could have one of those, put it on the list of things you want and have a look how much it is so you can save up for it. Really get thinking about it. Often it helps to do it with your family. So if you've got a partner, if you've got kids, what are the things they want in the longer term? How do you make your business deliver for everyone? So once you've spent some time thinking about what it is you actually want and what you're trying to get out of the business, we need to convert that into some goals for the business. So whatever it is that you need in terms of finances and in terms of time, we want to set that and go, okay, so in the next 5 years, these are the things I want to achieve. That means the business needs to be able to do this. So if, as the owner, you wanted to be able to take £1 million out of the business over that 5 years, you might say you need a turnover of, I don't know, 10 million with £2 million worth of profit. So you can leave some in the business to invest, but there's £1 million there for you. Okay, your numbers might be completely different, but you see the process of translating it from this is what I want personally and how much I need, down into this is what the goals for the business are. Once we know where we want to be at year 5 then in terms of time and money and what the business is going to generate for us, we need to work back and go, well, where are we today? And then what are the steps in between it? And what we want to do is work back from year 5 down to 4, 3, 2 and 1. So then we've got a 12-month goal we're working towards. And in a little while we'll talk about, well actually, yeah, a 5-year plan is really important because it sets our direction. But our actions are going to come from what do we need to do between now and year 1 to get us on the way there. So once we know what the big picture looks like in terms of turnover, profit we want out of the business, what you want your time to look like, we need to start thinking about what that looks like as a business. So you need to break it down a little further. So you might look at the turnover that you want and say, right, well, which products or services is that going to come from? How much is going to come from each area? Do you need to introduce a new product or service in order to deliver what you want in year 5? And at what point do you want to do that over that 5-year journey? Then we want to think about, well, if we're going to deliver all of this work, how many people do we need in the business? Doing what kinds of roles? So that might be you need 3 people doing what you currently do on your own. You might need a marketing team, you might need a salesperson, you might need somebody in back office admin. Whatever it is you need, but for the size and scale of business you're going to be at year 5, delivering the products you're expecting. And then our next step is to flip that around and think about, well, what does that mean customer-wise? So if you've divided your turnover you're aiming for into the different categories of business you do, so the products or services you offer, you can then look at each of those and go, okay, if this is, I want £1 million from this service, how many customers would I need? Based on the average value of my customers today and maybe growing that over time, how many customers do I need in there? So you can break it down and start looking at, okay, in years 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, how many customers do I need to have for the different products or service offerings? What that then lets us do is go back to your marketing and go, okay, so then we need some activity to get those customers. How are we going to get more of them? And what we want to understand is what your conversion rate looks like at the minute, so we can say, okay, well, if we stuck with that conversion rate, this is how many leads or inquiries we would need in order to be able to get the number of customers we want. And then you can start to think about a marketing plan, going further down the line of planning. What activities do we need to do in order to generate the number of leads we're looking for? So overall, what you can end up with relatively quickly is a plan that's driven by what you want personally, then driven by breaking that down into the aspects of your business that you want, understanding the people you need in your business, understanding what customers you're going to need, and then looking at what marketing you need to do. So overall, we've then got a really clear plan. The next stage is to go, okay, let's work that back then to year one. So once we know what year one needs to look like from where we are today, we can look at the gap between the two. And that gap's where we find the actions, the things that you need to be doing today, tomorrow, next week to get you on the journey to your 5-year goal. So hopefully this short video has given you the tools you need and some insights into how to build a great business plan for your business. So the next step is really to take that first one, to understand what it is you want. Sit down and brainstorm it. If you've already got that, then work through the business planning we've described. But whatever you do coming out of this video, plan when you're going to take that action and get on with doing it. Thanks very much for joining me today with the video. Hopefully you've learned something out of that around business planning, how to get your plan in place, and most importantly, you're going to take an action off the back of that. If you've enjoyed the video, then subscribe to the channel because there's loads more content that you can access that's going to help you. Or if you think it'd really help to have somebody sat alongside you, pushing you through that business planning process, then have a look on the ActionCOACH.co.uk site to find a coach that's near you. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.